Hey there, everyone. I sure am glad you're back for lesson 115. We're right in the middle of a review section. And so the two titles that we're given to contemplate today are Salvation is my only function here. And the second one, my part is essential to God's plan for salvation. Now you remember we're to do the first one for 5 minutes in the morning, the second one for 5 minutes before you go to bed, ideally right before you go to bed, and then to remember the titles, just remember the basic idea on the hour and on the half hour. Because you notice the great majority of our 24 hours a day is spent on the care and maintenance of the ego and how I'm going to do what I need to do in the world to stay safe. So it wants us to break up our constant focus on what's really not very helpful with some ideas that really can help us be free. So let's take a look at this first one. My function here is to forgive the world for all of the errors I have made. For thus am I released from them with all the world. Well, of course, what could my function be but to release the world, which is to let go of my guilt? Because if I hang on to my guilt and I bring that in as the raw material for creating the hallucination we're in, then I'm going to be creating punishment for myself. So to forgive the world for the errors I have made is to basically release the things that I think are the matter with other people, other situations, because these are my errors. And as I release them, well, they just aren't here anymore. And it says, of course, for thus am I released from them with all the world. And I would say along with all the world. So remember, as it keeps telling us over and over, there's a seamless whole between the world, the hallucination that I create, and the raw material I bring to it. My beliefs specifically with guilt and what's wrong with me and so on, because those beliefs and guilt show up as the punishing elements in my world. And now I have to let them go. Okay. The second one, my part is essential to God's plan for salvation. Well, of course, the guilt in my mind is my responsibility to let go of. So, of course, my part is essential in letting go of my punishment of myself. And this plan that we're given is our ability to see the world and myself differently, to remind me of what's true, to remind me of what's important, to recognize, okay, I've been given the plan and now I have to execute the plan, which is to keep seeing where I'm judging someone else as guilty. Let that go, because that's my guilt I'm looking at, and my guilt I must release through both the indirect way of elements in the world and my direct way when I just simply know I feel guilty. Okay, hope you have a wonderful practice, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.